Hi, and welcome to the me episode. Wanna talk about me, I wanna talk about number one, oh my, me, my. Where I get to talk all about me. What I think, what I like, what I know, what I want, what I see. My name is Kaitlen. I am one half of the duo that is Mackenzie and Kaitlen. She just did her solo video called Meet Mackenzie. You can see it here if you'd like to check that out. This is our podcast currently. Right now, the name is Unforgiving Kikyo, but that is not going to be the case in a couple of weeks from now. We still have some time before we're allowed to change the name again, but we decided this time when we change our name, it's going to be final. So we really need your help. We've done everything we could do. We find a name that we love and it's taken. Or we find a name that one of us loves and the other one just can't get on board with. So if you have even the slightest idea of what a name should be for us, please pitch it down in the comments because we need all the help we can get. Unforgiving Kiko is just unfortunately not going to work out. And we both agreed on that. If you want to know why, let us know because we'll tell you, but it's just like too much fluff to get into in my personal episode. My cat's running around in the background right now. If you hear a little ball jingling, it is not a little fairy. It's actually my cat running back and forth. Don't tip my light, dude. Let's begin with how I got into anime. So it actually all started when I was put into kindergarten because in the school district that I was in, they start you, or at least they used to because the program's canceled now, they started you in kindergarten learning Japanese. So I remember with my sensei learning like tate, swate in the alphabet, like the A, I, U, E, O, Kakiku, Keiko song. If you know, you know. And so it's kind of like, I don't want to say a second language to me because I'm not fluent. I have what I would call survival Japanese. Like if you took me from here right now and put me in the middle of Japan, I think I could like get a hotel, get on the bus, get around, and have basic conversations with people. Do I know slang? No. But I think some of my Japanese learning has been furthered post-school from watching anime. So yeah, anyways, I started in kindergarten and then I went all the way from kindergarten through grade 12, taking Japanese classes and spending time learning Japanese, except for 2 months where I was at a private school learning Spanish, but that didn't last long. We don't really talk about that. The school's demolished now. Otherwise, 12 years straight, 13 years if you count kindergarten, I learned Japanese. Because I grew up taking Japanese classes, not only did I learn the Japanese language, but I also got an appreciation for Japanese culture and just a love for Japan in general. And I feel like it's just like I was just grown up in an environment where Japanese history in Japan was part of my, every day. I think it gave me a really deep childhood connection to Japanese culture in general. And I really appreciate being able to grow up with that because I feel like it's so unique and fun for me even now as an adult, especially living where I live. When I tell somebody like, oh, I know a little Japanese, they're like, what? What language? No, it doesn't help me in my daily life as much as like Spanish would have, but anime is super cool. So that was a good payoff. Thank you, senseis. And then after high school, when I went to college, I didn't do any college credits with Japanese, but I did continue to teach myself. I had all of the language learning apps and stuff to listen to in the car. Yeah, I guess audiobooks. And then, of course, I watched anime. And I do something kind of weird when I watch anime. Mackenzie gives me like some flack for it, but I have to ask. When I watch anime, I like to alternate between dubbed and subbed. So I'll do like one dub, one sub, one dub, one sub, or like dub, dub, sub, dub, 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 sub, sub, dub. You get it. Does anybody else like to do that? And before you ask, the VA change or like the voice actor change, the change doesn't really bother me unless if it's really bad. But generally, I'm unbothered by it, and I feel like it's a good way to learn Japanese. Does anybody else do this when they watch anime? Or how do you like to watch your episodes? Tell me in the comments, because I want to know if I'm not alone, and so I can tell Mackenzie that it's normal. Love you, Mackenzie. Mackenzie wants me to list all of the animes that I've seen, and this is not an all-inclusive list. I literally came up with it on the fly last night, and I just haven't looked at it since. So I'm just gonna read you a couple of the ones that I've seen, and we'll go from there. And please don't judge me, because I'm a little nervous about this, but I don't know. I still have time to watch more anime. It's not like I haven't watched a decent amount, it's just I feel like some of the big ones you'll see. Let's start with the obvious, tons of Ghibli. I grew up on Ghibli. Ghibli is what they showed us in Japanese class, and so pretty much all of like the popular Ghibli I've seen: Mononoke, Grave of the Fireflies, Totoro, Spirited Away, Howl's, Kiki's Delivery Service, and Ponyo, and probably more that I just can't remember, and I'd like to see more of them. They're all masterpieces. Then what else here? I just started watching Dandadan. It's something. Naruto, Death Note, Soul Eater, Evangelion, Inuyasha, Ranma 1/2, Attack on Titan, One Punch Man, Full Metal, some Shield Hero, Akira, Arcane, Sailor Moon, some DBZ, Tokyo High Rise, and Berserk. Oh, and those were like mangas too, kind of mixed in there. What I want to watch, potentially going forward, and let me know if there's more you think I should add to this list. I'm sure there are. We have like a master list in the docs, but we have to organize it before we put the link out for people to be able to view it. Frieren looks really interesting. Your Name, Cyberpunk Edge Runners, Vinland Saga, One Piece, Chainsaw Man, Bebop, Monster, Metal Gear Solid, Ghost in the Shell, and more. So, now that we got that part over, that I did, I just outed myself, all my anime history like that. Gosh, I'm sorry I'm so awkward. It hurts me too. I cringe for myself. I can feel the cringe. And also, like, my window is open right now, and I feel like I have an audience out there. What do I want for this channel? That's a great question. I think I want to make some friends that also love anime and manga and Japanese culture. And so I have like number goals, but I don't know if those are really that important. Like, our TikTok just hit 200. I'd like to hit maybe 250. We went 107 on YouTube, which is phenomenal. Thank you to all of our 107 subscribers. I actually can't believe it. When we hit 100, I screamed, because there was a day I remember where I was telling myself if we could just hit 10, it would make me feel so good. So to be at 100, to have an extra 0 at the end, it's nuts. And maybe I'd like to see like 120. That would be so cool. And then on Instagram, I think we hit 60, so maybe 100 on Instagram. But those are just like quantitative goals. I think for the quality, I'd like to share my passion and my interests with all things Japanese, and not only talk about anime, but take you guys along with us when we go do like trips to the theater, like the one that we just did to go see Howl's Moving Castle. Click the link if you want to see that video. Mackenzie and I went to the theater and saw Howl's. Or like eventually we'd like to take you guys to Mitsuwa with us, or to a con, and just around doing things that have to do with anime and manga and Japan together. Sorry, I didn't mention this, but Mackenzie and I went to the same school growing up. So she, I think, probably doesn't have as long as a history as I do. I think in high school she stopped with Japanese. I can't remember for sure. You can go check her video too. I'll link it as well. Her Meet Mackenzie video, because I think she talks about her education level with Japanese, but she also started in kindergarten and grew up learning Japanese, at least for like a decent time in her childhood. So we share that. It's really fun because Mackenzie and I also have another small business. It's on pause right now while we work on this one. It is called Fae Trove. And we just design stickers and we sell little things like little trinkets because we're crafty gals. So we're going to craft regardless. We wanted a place to sell it. We just had the shop on hold until we get this whole podcasting thing down. But so we have the Fae Trove, and now we have what is for now Unforgiving Kikyo. And then from that, Mackenzie and I also do our own individual endeavors. So I like to make music. I like to talk about veganism. And I also like to share on my personal channel just about my daily life and fun things that I like to go do, like my Renaissance Fair video. I'm working on building up my personal channel right now. I see a lot more coming in the future, but this, like, we're learning our software still, and everything is like video editing is really new to us. So this is our fundamental building block. And then Mackenzie, she likes to do things like gaming. She loves to draw. She's a super talented artist, like where I can like do art, but she can like do art, right? I don't know how to put this any better, but we share these two platforms, but we do more things besides this, and we're just going to be sharing more and more as we get used to putting ourselves online, because this is kind of a scary thing to do, and thank goodness I have a friend to do it with me. It's making me feel more confident to be able to go and post on my other social medias. So yeah, if you have any questions about those things, just ask or DM us. If you want to be our friends, you can send us a DM. We need more girlies who watch anime. So we have a Discord, and we're working on like a Patreon, and we want to grow a community that's safe for everybody to enjoy anime in, and that maybe we can meet some cool people. Hit us up. Thank you for watching. I am so nervous. Okay, I don't know what else to say, and I hope my phone's been recording this whole time. Otherwise, I'll probably cry. I think I've said that all is to be said. Make sure you subscribe before you go, like, comment, and maybe ring the bell if you want to be notified when we post again, which is currently every Sunday at noon. See you guys next week. Bye!